If you are new to crypto and you have been waiting for the right moment to jump in, or if you are somebody who has been in the space for a while, but you just happen to have $1,000 sitting around and you don't know what to do with it, well, this is something that I would personally do, not financial advice, but I would try to make the most out of the $1,000 that I have so that I can strategize myself into financial freedom. Let's get to it. Welcome back to Crypto Strategies with Chris. My name is Chris. So there are two main narratives in this bull run. That is RWAs, real world assets, and AI, artificial intelligence. So these two narratives are basically guaranteed to be a 2x or more depending on which crypto project you decide to buy and exactly what time you do get into these projects. So the question would be, where should my $1,000, which crypto project should they go in? So if I was to give this first strategy a name, I would call it the split strategy. This way you give yourself a good lump sum of money into two different projects, an RWA and an AI crypto project, so that you're not spreading yourself too thin. I would shoot 500 in Ondo and then the other 500 into BitTensor. And here's why. Ondo is the RWA token of this narrative. Ondo is backed by US Treasuries that people around the world have access 24/7 due to BlackRock's build. The US Treasuries are like savings bonds that were made through an ETF that could only be accessed during working hours. So now they have been tokenized through Ondo for more access. Ondo is Wall Street 2.0 and it's coming. Ondo is bringing institutional grade finance on chain. Even World Liberty Finance, which is basically sponsored or backed by Donald Trump, they also bought into Ondo when it was about $1.37. You can see right here, World Liberty Financial purchases $470,000 in Ondo. And if you were to look at the price of Ondo now, you can see that you would actually be buying Ondo cheaper than when World Liberty Finance bought it. So that's even a double plus. And that's why my first $500 would go into Ondo and RWA. Then my second $500 would go into BitTensor. And here's why. This token has the nickname of being the DeFi AI token. Anyone can build on its ecosystem and be rewarded. The launch of the token was fair and not backed by any big VCs or insiders who got a piece of the cut during its launch. You can see BitTensor as a farmer's market for all AI and web developers to show up with their skills and resources to be rewarded. And we do have some pros and cons for BitTensor, which really isn't that bad. If you were to check them out, I believe this is Coinburrow. They did their own little review over this. And you can see the pros. Decentralized AI enhances data privacy and security. BitTensor promotes innovation, open marketplace, blockchain technologies, transparency, and accountability in BitTensor. BitTensor harness distributed computing resources, seamless scalability, and efficiency. And then you can see some of the cons. The value of TAO tokens may be subject to market volatility, which is basically every asset out there. As with the cryptocurrency project, BitTensor may face regulatory challenges, which is, again, every crypto out there. Like any decentralized network, BitTensor may be susceptible to security vulnerabilities, like every project asset out there. So you can see there's not really any cons for BitTensor. It's truly leading the way for AI, blockchain, and decentralization. You can see right here, BitTensor $377, which is pretty good. Yes, it's expensive, but for its market cap and this price is pretty good. It's a 3 billion market cap and a circulating supply of 8 million tokens. That's why the price is pretty high. This market cap can definitely get to 10 billion or more whenever the AI narrative starts to shoot off, making this price probably close to 1,000 or more. So that's my first strategy, the split strategy. That way I don't have all my eggs in one basket and I'm not spreading myself too thin. So for my next strategy, it's a little bit riskier. It's probably a lot riskier, but I'm gonna call it the narrative rotation. Now it's really hard to gauge when narratives are going to pump and dump. But in March, sometime in March, in the middle of March, the NVIDIA conference should be happening. Shout out to my subscriber. He taught me how to say the word NVIDIA. Or at least I hope you're a subscriber, you better be. I would throw the whole 1K into BitTensor and wait for this conference to see how much it explodes. Then I would try to sell during the conference, either before or during, and then buy back in the summer when Bitcoin hopefully probably crashes with our summer dumps that usually happens. Then I would basically pray to God that we get a double top and Bitcoin makes another new all-time high around October and November, like the Bitcoin cycles have been happening. That's the approach I would take if I was to be rotating my money into different projects. That once Bitcoin does dump in the summer and then it shoots up for a new all-time high in October, we should make a 2x or more on top of the money that we already made with BitTensor. The second strategy is a whole lot riskier because you gotta time the market as best as you can and rotate the money in. It is pretty much almost impossible to time the market, so you're just gonna get here and there. Don't try to be aiming for the very top and the very low because that's just very hard to do. Now, both strategies require you to sell, so make sure you don't let greed kick in or more hopium or whatever it is that you have a chance to sell when you're up here and you're thinking it's gonna go and explode and then it doesn't. You wanna make sure you sell and you take your profits, no matter how many X's you have made already. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Let me know what you think about these strategies, the split strategy and the narrative strategy. Let me know, is it too risky? Is it just dumb? Or whatever it may be, let me know. Press that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, friends.